Welcome to Creative Tien channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I machine knit a hexagon on my LK150 knitting machine. The hexagon is usually related to crochet. Remember those patchwork blanket? That's usually very colorful and bright. And with a knitting machine, you can also knit a hexagon easily. You can machine knit the hexagon separately and then put them together by crochet or by whip stitch, sew them together to become a bigger blanket. This can be done on any knitting machine. I'm using LK150, the mid gauge, and medium weight yarn. Since the gauge is not important here, you can use any size of yarn to make a smaller or bigger hexagon. For this sample, I start with 15 stitches. You can cast on as many stitches as you like to make it bigger or smaller. And I use a simple E-rub cast on. And set tension to number 9. Because the worsted weight yarn is kind of the limit on the LK150, so I want to have the highest tension. If you are not sure, you can start with DK weight or sports weight, so it's thinner and it's easier on the machine. I'm using the Young Bee brand. It's just acrylic. I believe it's from Hobby Lobby, the craft store. We will knit the 6 triangles, one at a time. First, we knit 1 row, and I start decreasing from the right side. And I use a 3-prong tool because I want to do the full fashion decrease. So the decreased stitch is the 3rd stitch from the edge, and that will look nicer. So I transfer the outer 3 stitch in to the left, and I will knit 1 row. And I will just keep repeating that. Transfer the 3 stitches in from the right side to the left, 1 stitch over, and knit 1 row. I will continue until we have 3 stitches, and then I will transfer the right 2 stitch in to the left and knit 1 row. And I only have 2 stitches now, and I will transfer 1 more time, 1 stitch to the left, and I will knit the last row. Now I only have 1 stitch on the needle. I can continue to hand up the other side. Remember, we want the wrong side facing us, and pick up totally 15 stitches. You can also rehand the 1st stitch so it goes back to the center of your knitting machine. Otherwise, you will keep moving to the left side and you will run out of needles. So we hand back totally 15 stitches. You can just pick 1 leg from each of the V shape or both legs. It's up to you. Because my yarn is kind of heavy, I will just pick 1 leg of the V. And then we will continue doing the same. Reduce from the right side, and then knit 1 row, reduce, knit 1 row, reduce, and knit 1 row until only 1 stitch left. And when you start handing back the 15 stitches, if your carriage is on the left side, you can move it to the right side first. So it's easier to knit from the right side. If we only do 3 triangles, it will be half of the hexagon. So you can use half hexagon as the edge of your blanket, because for a full blanket you will need some of the half hexagons. Now we finish all the 6 triangles. We can close it up by sewing. You can just use a yarn tail and the needle to connect the 2 side edges. And I'm just using simple whip stitch. We can block it with some steaming or light ironing so it's more flat. And that's how I make a hexagon on a knitting machine. If I want to make a blanket, I will make a lot bigger, maybe triple the size, so I don't have a lot to sew up. And then I can do some crocheted edge or just leave it wavy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I like the idea of machine knitted hexagon, just like the traditional crochet look. So you can do 1 hexagon at a time, and you can put them together to make something bigger. It's modular and it's more flexible. Thank you so much for watching today, and see you next week.